Gossip is more than casual talk. It's sharing information about others in a way that can harm their reputations, break trust, and create conflict. The Bible warns against gossip, urging us to control our words, protect others' privacy, and speak in ways that build up rather than tear down. Avoiding gossip not only preserves relationship but also strengthens our character, peace, and spiritual growth. Being nosy might seem harmless at first, but it can carry some negative effects for you and for others. Here are some of the bad effects of being too nosy. The personal effects. Damage reputation. People may start to see you as untrustworthy or intrusive. Loss of respect. Constantly poking into matters that don't concern you can make others take you less seriously. Stress and anxiety. Carrying others' people problems or secrets can weigh you down unnecessarily. Wasted time and focus. Instead of growing yourself, you end up spending energy on things that don't benefit you. Effects on relationships. Broken trust. Friends or family may hesitate to share personal matters if they feel you did too much. Conflict. Asking too many personal questions or spreading what you learn can lead to arguments. Distance. People may pull away, avoiding you to protect their privacy. Damaged reputations. From being nosy usually happens because people begin to associate you with intrusions rather than trust. Here's how it plays out. Labeling. Others may start to call you a gossip, a busybody, or someone who can't mind their own business. Loss of credibility. Even when you mean well, people might doubt your intentions or take what you say less seriously. Isolation. Friends, coworkers, or even family may avoid sharing things with you, fearing you'll dip to spread it around. Professional harm. At work, being seen as nosy can make colleagues reluctant to collaborate or trust you with responsibilities. Reputation is a fragile. It takes time to build, but can damage quickly if people feel their privacy isn't safe around. The loss of respect is another big consequence of being too nosy. Here's how it shows up. People stop following your words. When you pry too much, others may think you don't respect boundaries, so they stop taking you seriously. Seen as immature. Constant curiosity about others' private matters can make you appear childish or lacking self-control. Weakened influence. Respect gives you influence, but being nosy can strip that away. Others won't look to you for advice or leadership. Damaged trust. Respect and trust go hand in hand. Once people feel you can respect their privacy, they'll respect you less in return. In short, if you don't respect others' personal space, they will often withhold respect from you as well. The stress and anxiety are hidden side effects of being too nosy. Because when you take things that average yours carry, your mind becomes overloaded. Here's how it happens. Carrying others' people's problems, digging into others' issues can make you feel responsible for things you can't fix. Overthinking. Knowing too much about situations may keep your mind racing with what ifs and worries. Fear of exposure. If you'd ask or learn something you didn't have, you might stress about being found out. Unnecessary emotion weight. Instead of focusing on your own peace and growth, you're tied up in drama or secrets that drain you. Comparison trap. Constantly looking into others' lives can make you anxious about your own, leading to jealousy or dissatisfaction. In the end, being nosy doesn't just affect others, it robs you in inner peace. Wasting time and focus is another harmful effect of being nosy because your energy gets drained on things that don't actually help you. Here's how it plays out. Less productivity. Instead of working on your goals, studies, or job, you get caught up in other people's business. Miss opportunities. While you're focused on others' lives, you could be building skills, relationships, or experiences for yourself. Mental clutter. Filling your mind with unnecessary details about others leaves less room for creativity, peace, and clarity. Short-term drama, long-term loss, gossip, or snooping may feel entertaining for a moment, but in the long run, it distracts you from what really matters. Time and focus are precious. Once wasted, they can't be regained. Being nosy trades lasting growth for temporary curiosity. The broken trust is one of the most serious effects of being nosy because trust is fragile. Once it's damaged, it's hard to repair. Here's what happens. People stop confiding in you. If they feel you pry too much for share what you shouldn't, they keep things from you. Doubt in your intentions. Even when you're being genuine, others may suspect you have hidden motives. Damaged relationships, friendship, family ties, and work connections can weaken when privacy isn't respected. Long-lasting scars. A single breach of trust can overshadow years of good behavior, making it hard to earn back confidence. In short, being nosy can close doors that honesty and respect could have kept open. Conflict is another common bad effect of being nosy because people naturally defend their privacy and boundaries. Here's how it can lead to clashes, annoyance, and irritations. Constant questions or prying can frustrate others, sparking arguments. Accusations. You may be called out for gossiping or meddling, which can escalate tensions. Damaged teamwork. In work or group settings, nosy behavior can cause divisions and mistrust among members. Family or friendship fights. Loved ones may feel disrespected or exposed, being to quarrels or silent distance. Cycle of drama. The more you interfere, the more conflict grows, keeping relationship unsettled. Bottom line, nosy behavior often stirs up unnecessary drama that could have been avoided with respect and healthy boundaries. Distance is a natural consequence of being nosy because people tend to pull away from those who invade their privacy. Here's how it happens. Emotional withdrawal. Friends or family may stop sharing personal thoughts or feelings with you. Physical avoidance. People might limit interactions or avoid being around you to protect their privacy. Weakened bonds. Close relationships can lose their intimacy when boundaries aren't respected. Isolations. Over time, being too nosy can leave you with fewer trusted friends and less social support. In short, constant prying creates walls instead of closeness. Respecting boundaries keeps relationships strong, but being nosy pushes people away. Here are some Bible verses that warns against gossip and speaking about others in harmful ways. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 28. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 13. A gossip betrays confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. Ephesians 4, verse 29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. James 1 verse 26. Those who consider themselves religious and yet do not keep a tight rein on their tongues deceive themselves, and their religion is worthless. Proverbs 20 verse 19. A gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid anyone who talks so much. These verses emphasize restraint in speech, protecting others' privacy, and speaking in ways that build rather than harm. Spiritual moral effects on being too nosy. Encourages gossip is a spiritual and moral consequence of being nosy. Here's why it matters. Leads to speaking about others unfairly. When they pray, you may share private information, intentionally or not, which becomes gossip. Harms others. Gossip can damage reputations, create misunderstandings, and hurt relationships. Erodes character. Engaging in gossip shows a lack of self-control, empathy, and respect. Spiritual consequence. Many religious and moral teachings emphasize kindness, discretion, and honoring others' privacy. Gossip violates this principle. Essentially, nosy behavior can start a chain reaction: curiosity to invasions of privacy to gossip to spiritual, moral harm. Distracts from your own growth is another spiritual and moral effect of being nosy. Here's how it happens. Focus shifts outward. Constantly watching or prying into others' lives takes attention away from your own development, goals, and self-improvement. Missed self-reflection. Instead of examining your own thoughts, actions, and choices, you spend energy on others' matters. Hinders spiritual maturity. Many teachings emphasize self-discipline, humility, and personal growth. Being nosy can keep you from cultivating these virtues. Stagnation. Over time, prioritizing curiosity over growth may lead to feeling stuck, unfulfilled, or spiritually disconnected. In short, the more you focus on others' lives unnecessarily, the less you invest in becoming the best version of yourself. Gossip is more than casual talk. It's sharing information about others in a way that can harm their reputations, break trust, and create conflict. The Bible warns against gossip, urging us to control our words, protect others' privacy, and speak in ways that build up rather than tear down. Avoiding gossip not only preserves relationships but also strengthens our character, peace, and spiritual growth.